Hi, this is Bob Seitz, and you're looking at Full of Years. Today I have an announcement to make, and it has to do with this item right here. Yeah, it's my wristwatch. And sadly, it died today. It had tried that one other time. A few years ago, I had to do a heart transplant on the watch because its inner workings didn't want to seem to pick up the solar energy that it absorbs through its face, and so it had new life. I was pretty happy about that. I've had this watch for many years, actually 20 years, and it was a gift of great love, and I've enjoyed it mostly because it tells time and because it makes me look cool. But this time it was different. I took it in for another operation at the watchmaker. The crystal needed replacing, and for some reason the operation wasn't a success because when the watch came back, it wouldn't hold a charge. It wouldn't keep time. It slowed down, slowed down. I gave it all the energy it needed, all the work that it needed to put itself back together and to be a good watch again, but it stopped working, and it stopped, and it's dead. That got me to thinking, this dead watch thing, that as I get older, the things that I surround myself with in my life, the gadgets and the toys and the possessions that I have, as I think about them at this stage of my life, I realize that they too are getting older. And a refrigerator eventually stops getting cold, and a dishwasher may not wash dishes anymore, and certainly cars and computers and so many things either get outmoded, which is a different story, but they actually can't be repaired anymore. Maybe you've had the experience of trying to get something fixed, and there's no parts for them anymore anywhere in the world. And so this thing of dying possessions, sometimes repairable, sometimes gone for good, sometimes just not worth fixing, got me to thinking about how these things that we have may tell us stories about ourselves. I certainly know that my well-being is a fragile thing, and as I get older, I'm vulnerable to things that I slow down, that I don't absorb energy or pick up or exude energy like I used to. And because of that, there will be the time when my slowing down will not be repairable, when an operation to fix some broken part of me will be more dangerous than just living with the broken part. And when I think about that, it makes me realize that life's vulnerability, like the psalmist says in Psalm 90, of being like grass that's flourishes and then dies, that life's vulnerabilities are just something I have to deal with. And that my well-being may not really rest all that well on the possessions that themselves will die. Yeah, I could replace this watch. A secret, I'm not going to. I'm going to try to live without a watch for a while and see what happens. But the possessions that don't work anymore, all call into question for us, how do my possessions contribute to my well-being, and how do they not? How do they tell me the story of what I certainly must face as I live older? And so a dead possession, a dying possession, a slowing possession, an irreparable possession is a measure of what is in store for me, and that I can deal with it. There's still the question, though, of these things that surround me, these people, these services, these ideas, these events and meanings and purposes that surround me, whether when they die or go away, I can repair them or replace them and not just throw them away. That's a question that has to do with fully living in life. It also has to do with facing death. And so every time something dies around me or doesn't work anymore, of all the things that I possess, all the things that are good in my life, that every time that happens, I can think to myself, of what does a full life consist, and how will I react to what comes next? Well, I hope your watch doesn't die, but if it does, think about what you might do with it without it, and how good that might be.